Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear humanity, I say to every living human being on planet Earth, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This divine holy interpretation of the Holy Quran is very, very scared. It's one of the most scared interpretations in modern times. And it's also a prayer, what we call, we don't, for me, I do not, well, there are men who say they predict this and that, but I prophesize. I will send the prophets proof and evidence. This has proof and evidence. What I'm going to tell humanity has proof and evidence. And that evidence is recorded on documents which are, one of the documents is found in northwest France. The other document is found in Manhattan. The other document is found, those documents are scattered all over Europe, European countries. And these are documents which were signed by Einstein, because in modern times men who study physics and whatever, they use Einstein theory to do whatever physics they do. But on every document that Einstein put his hand on, he left a signature that proves that men will destroy themselves by the whatever, because of alcohol. I want to repeat this. On every document that Einstein, whether you may call it his work, the work of Einstein, whatever he wrote, whatever study he was doing, when he was either beginning to write that document or in the middle or somewhere, he could encrypt and record that men and women of this whatever would destroy themselves through the consumption of alcohol. And with that, some of this document, one of the documents which has that very signature, which is very, very clear, is found in northwest France. I don't know if it's privately owned. The other document is found in Australia. The other document is found in Manhattan. And the other one is again in Paris. There are two documents in Paris which have a signature which confirms that men of modern time will destroy themselves through the consumption of alcohol. When I say they destroy themselves through the consumption of alcohol, it is that it is confirmed in Einstein's signature, whatever, that a man will pull the trigger for a nuclear warhead to blast off and destroy whatever. He will take a sip of a glass of either alcohol, I don't know what they call it, alcohol. Then after taking that sip of alcohol, he will place his finger on the trigger of a nuclear warhead. Which direction will it go? I will not say that, but that is what Einstein left in records. That the records is a record found in northwest France, and there's a record found in Manhattan, and the other one is found in Paris, and I think there's one in London, and also there's one in either not Germany. There's a country, I think in Poland. Poland has that document which has signature. And there's one in Germany, in East Germany, what used to be East Germany. That document shows exactly what I'm talking about, that the man who trigger off nuclear Armageddon, he'll pick a glass of alcohol and sip it. After sipping the glass of alcohol, he'll press the nuclear whatever, and the entire world will go into what we call Armageddon. It will be destroyed. So with this, The reason why I have to tell you this, because it has a time, we have a time, whatever, time scale. This is, if it doesn't happen in the next whatever, I don't want to give the time, but because if I do give the time, it will definitely have to happen. So, because I am concerned, we created human beings. We love what we created. We love the original man we created. So if I say the date and whatever the time scale, that would be a confirmation that this will definitely happen. But I just want to highlight that on every document, these documents, there's one found kept, I think it's privately kept in northwest France. The other one is in Manhattan. The other one is in Paris. The other one is in London. The other one is Warsaw in whatever. The other one is East place somewhere in East Germany and some in Russia. But these are documents which confirm with Einstein's signature on them that the man who destroy or take the world, destroy the humankind or the world, will take a glass of alcohol. After taking a glass of alcohol, he will push the button for the first nuclear warhead to take man into what we call Armageddon. So my people, these are many of the European physicians and people who study physics and what have you have always looked at the Einstein's documents or whatever. But in them, there's that what I'm telling you exactly, those signatures, those symbols, which confirms a sip of alcohol, and then a man will push what we call a nuclear war button, which will trigger of whatever, the destruction of humanity on this planet. This is a very, very scared verse of the Hollywood interpretations. And before I interpreted it, I was kind of humbled with what was happening. And with that, I want to remind men again that human beings, modern men of Europe, modern men of the European community, we originally started life on this planet, but with love. We started life with love. Love that was so abundant that every human being, I mean, you can read your records when some of you, whatever, when you talk of, when you look at what is really in some kind of present time, you go to national parks and you see that a buffalo is eating closer to a lion, and a buffalo is having whatever with the elephants and zebras. That kind of life existed before. Then human beings too were in kind of but as time went on, there's something happened, and the people of Europe who are called Europeans today, because I in 8,000 years ago, in China, in what you call the tenets of wisdom, I told them there will be a creation of a human being called, they will call themselves Europeans, or they will identify themselves as Europeans. These were men these are men who find pleasure in the desecration of life sanctity as we created it. That includes genetic adulteration and desecrations of the genetic structures of either mankind or other creations, saying that we are very advanced, we are knowledgeable, and so what have you. So this has come to to warn humanity that my people, for many, many centuries, we've always looked after. I usually come after time again to see what is in the minds of men over planet Earth. They usually see me. I usually walk on planet Earth as a living human being. And they see me, and even a child, when she's walking on the street, she will think, that's a small man walking next to me. But that's where Allah says, when you see me and you see me like a small man, because I'm smaller than an atom. You, on the smallest thing you know with your eyes is an atom. But I'll tell you today that I'm even smaller than an atom if you want to know. So with that, don't be surprised when you see me on the street walking like a man, living human being or a man on the street. But with that, then I say, I warn you, my people. I warn you. I must warn every living human being that if you don't put your houses in order, whatever you've accumulated as weapons, you did not accumulate them for the destruction of anybody else except yourselves. Whatever you've accumulated, whatever you've amassed as weapons, not for anybody else, either for your children. You shall be called beloved children. And you can see the atrocities that has been going on all over the planet in the last, we say in the last 3-5 years. Just the last 3, 4, 5 years. You can look at whatever the scale of how many atrocities has been going on. And what cost of lives has occurred. So with that, we must warn you. I told you sometime on the 30th of, I think was it the 30th of June, that I'll stand over Death Valley for 21 days. Today, I don't know what date is it, but my foot is there, very visible. My foot is very visible to an eye which can see. If you have to stand to look over Death Valley, you'd see a straight line. Kind of a straight line which does not appear in the whatever. But if you are in a distance of, let's say, if you are in the distance of, let's say 40 miles or 30 miles or less, you see my leg kind of standing over Death Valley. Not standing, but at least showing line. That is a straight one. That mankind, I came here to warn you. My people, you are a creation which was not guided, which we are not warned. And I've tried to warn you and say, my people, you are all living Muslims on planet Earth. You should not think otherwise of either shedding blood or whatever. That is very, very sad when you do such things. And it provokes the anger of Allah. So with that, please, you, my people, put your houses in order. Put your houses in order. Some of you think we are witches, we are this and that, we are this and that. My people, that is all nonsense. That is all nonsense. Because most of the conflicts you see on this planet, they are either fueled by a certain whatever in them that are saying, these are Christians and we are Muslims. So we are fighting the Christians. In some African countries, you find the people, they're saying, we are fighting so-and-so because of this. My people, be warned. There is a time when we can make your minds kind of twisted and we take you to a war when none of you can get out of it until you have destroyed every one of you. Because if you want the people and they don't understand the language we speak, the only way, as I said to you, the only way you're going to destroy yourselves as living human beings, you usually pay trillions, you spend $8 trillion manufacturing nuclear warheads. My people, $8 trillion manufacturing nuclear warheads for what? To feed your children in California or what? $10 trillion to feed every Californian with a nuclear warhead. My people, I say to you, put your heads, whatever, put your houses in order. As I said, I came to tell you about the Einstein whatever signature, where he left a signature of how men would destroy themselves. A man will wake up, get drunk and have a glass of wine before he puts a finger on the nuclear button. And that will trigger off the Armageddon. I would have given the case that time, but if I give you that time, it will definitely have to happen. But as someone who created human beings, I rather kind of try to steer you into the direction that we avert this very deadly whatever. I'll try my level best. If it doesn't work, then I'll come back and confirm it to you human beings. That it's time we will shut down this planet. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.